This morning, ComicCon International marked a return to in-person events with a ribbon-cutting ceremony with Mayor Todd Gloria.
So to mark this momentous occasion, not only to have the mini Comic-Con this weekend, but to have a permanent presence where those who are fans of this art form can come and enjoy it, I think that's pretty special. And it's my pleasure to declare today to be Comic-Con Museum Day in the city of San Diego. Let's remember this as what it is, a historic day in our city, an important day for our park, and a wonderful day for this international phenomenon.
ComicCon reopened its museum to coincide with its return to an in-person show called ComicCon Special Edition. The show is expected to bring in about 60,000 attendees, less than half the size of its pre-pandemic event. So the exhibit floor feels less crowded than it has been, and Hall H is now set aside for badge registration rather than Hollywood panels. And while no one is camping out overnight for studio panels, there are long lines to prove vaccination status before entering the San Diego Convention Center to get your badge.
You have to have a COVID red wristband to pick up your badge.
Alonzo Nunez, director of Little Fish Comic Book Studio, will be attending the special edition with a group of his students. He'll be on one panel to discuss Little Fish's nonprofit work, and then another to lift the curtain on what goes into judging the Eisner Awards, the Oscars of the comics industry.
It's professional nerd arguing, right? So these are all people that are coming to comics from an academic standpoint, an educational standpoint, a retail standpoint, and they all have their favorites and they are all very passionate about their favorites. And then they collectively get together and most of the time responsibly and politely argue out those favorites for 8-hour chunks of time. So it's a really, really neat process. It's really fun as a judge to experience the whole breadth of the comic art form.
Nunez's students, as well as everyone attending the convention, may also get a better chance to meet artists and creators at this less busy special edition.
This is the best part of San Diego Comic-Con, right? You're able to meet your favorite creators, and that's the reason why I went to San Diego Comic-Con, is to meet the people who, my favorite comic book artists, my favorite comic book creators, to meet the folks who created the films or TV shows.
Patricio Ginelsa is screening his film Lupia with a Vengeance and has a booth at Small Press.
We have, I mean, this is the best thing. You're making a comic book film, and we have a companion comic book, especially some exclusives here that we're selling, and we're talking about our journey from movie adaptation to comic book, versus the other way around, right? Usually it's from comic book adaptation to movie, so we have this really unique journey that we're excited to share tonight.
The lack of a Hollywood presence on both the exhibit floor and on panels may allow for independent creators to get more attention. And in a way, that's really what ComicCon is about. Beth Accomando, KPBS News.